figure a way out. Oh, and hi.
Hello, everyone.
We
Happy
are
Thursday again.
live. Right.
Yes, yes, and Jen. So, how's your day? And would you like to start off this week's episode?
Yes, and it's been a busy day, or rather a very full day as always. And but it's always so exciting for me to come on here every Thursday to share with everyone, especially coming live with Amanda. So, let me do a quick intro, right? My name is Jen, and I'm a working mom to two teenage boys, and also a digital business owner. And that's why we are here. And I think sometimes it's get a bit interesting because I need to sort of wear different caps. Okay, this is the entrepreneur cap today, or rather now, right? Compared to earlier a
Yes,
while, maybe
yes.
like 1.5 hours ago, I'm like an employee cap. Yeah, so that's me. I'm Jen, and with me I have Amanda. Amanda, maybe you like to do a quick intro about yourself.
Absolutely. So the name is Amanda, Philippine-born Chinese, currently living in Taiwan, a full-time product developer, and at the same time, I'm also running this digital business like what Jen does, and like her, during from 9 to 5, or at least here in Taiwan, it's actually 9 to 6. I have the or my identity, my work identity is an employee, a full-time product developer, and after work, after 6 p.m., like right now it's 8 p.m., this is where I am taking on the identity of an entrepreneur.
Right, right.
And how,
And
yes, and
this
that's
is
very
this
fitting
is
to
so
today's theme, right?
exactly. This is so fitting to today's theme because we are actually going to talk about uh, entrepreneur mindset versus employee mindset, right?
Yeah.
Because it can really, be such a significant difference, right? And
Yeah.
especially for people like us when we wear both hats, like I was saying, we wear both hats. We also want to share with people who are listening to us or watching our replay that what does it takes to become um, an entrepreneur. And we call ourselves entrepreneur by night or by after office hour because we really have to change a totally different mindset compared to a typical employee mindset. Because it is
Mm,
why we are sharing this is because we do not want to mislead people to think that, hey, this digital business is actually a quick reach, get quick scheme
mm,
where you are able
yeah.
to earn income very quickly. But and I always like to share with people anyone who tells you you can earn quick and reach very quickly, I can assure you is definitely going to be a scam. And especially we I'm not sure in other countries, but in Singapore we get a lot of all these job scams like,
Mm,
oh, one day you do online you can earn like 100, 200, or $300 and all those stuff, but
yeah.
you just need to do simple job, but actually all these things are all scams, right?
Mm,
So that's why it's really important for us to maybe set the framework right that this digital business is really not a get rich quick scheme, and what sort of mindset you really need to change when you are putting on an entrepreneur mindset versus an employee mindset. So
yeah.
maybe you want to share, Amanda, what in your perspective are some of the differences.
Yeah. So, just to recap, or just to bring it out to the audience on why we are touching the entrepreneurial mindset and an employee mindset is, and how it is uh, related to our own personal growth and personal development, is because I think with an employee mindset, we tend to stay in our comfort zone. So, when the traditional employee route, you get on a good college, get a right degree, and then go out to society and work, and then, take that 9 to 5 job, earn a good living, and then start a family and all that. And then you're staying kind of a comfort zone. That's the traditional route that it's known, right, for a lot of people. But with the entrepreneurial mindset, it's actually going out of your comfort zone. And a lot of times, as we have mentioned in our own personal growth with the reset, restart, and refocus journey or episodes, it's the grass is greener when you have accomplished or overcome your fear, when you have stepped out of your comfort zone. That's actually where growth happens. And so that's why having an entrepreneurial mindset allows you to grow more as an individual and discover your potential, right? You're not you Probably a lot of us won't realize that we have potentials to be entrepreneur, but it's just that nobody told us that we could be, right? And right now we wanted to give that, or tell you as the audience, that you have the capability of becoming your own boss or having that entrepreneurial mindset if you choose to. But every one of us here does. It's just a matter of whether or not you believe it, or whether or not you would want to stay out of your comfort zone. And so what Jen has mentioned a while ago, we're going to tackle on what's the difference between entrepreneurial mindset and the employee mindset. So why don't we take turns to share some of the things that we know about entrepreneurial mindset versus employee mindset.
Yeah.
So first of all, is I've shared that employee mindset stays in their comfort zone a lot. So as long as you do your 9 to 5 job, and basically you do your job well, then you're basically get a monthly pay. But then with that monthly pay, that question now is that monthly pay enough for you to start your own family, to go abroad, or raise the children and send them off to the best college you could provide them? So there's a cap there on your employee, with an employee mindset. But then
Right.
with entrepreneurial mindset, because you're constantly growing yourself, you're trying to figure out how can you increase your income more? How can it be better? And so with entrepreneurial mindset, there's still that, there's no guarantee of success, but there is that possibility, the higher the probability of earning way more, so that you could actually realize your dream or live the lifestyle that you want.
Absolutely. Right. And for me, I also feel that one thing as the employer, as an employee mindset, right? Very often we allow people to define our worth, because you are just getting paid for that amount of dollar, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
basically, if you're just allowing people to tell you how much you are worth, oh, is it
Yes.
2,000, is it 3,000, 4,000, or no matter what, right? But
Yeah.
being an entrepreneur, you define your own worth. You basically create your own worth, right? Instead of just getting that, let's say, $4,000 or $5,000 monthly, you can scale your income or your worth, right, according to your own terms, right, your own efforts, and
Yes.
how high you want to climb, per se. Because if you are an employee, you literally, if you want to earn more and get more income, you will basically do two things: get another part-time job, or you will try
Mm.
to climb the corporate ladder, right? You have to
Mm.
work even harder and harder and harder, and you climb the corporate ladder, right?
Yeah.
And yet you are still, I would say, you are still working within other people's sandbox. But as an entrepreneur, you basically dictate your own playground, and you
Yeah.
can do however you wish, right? As in, like,
Yeah.
legitimately, right? Yeah, and you work your hours and you whatsoever, right? And I
Yes.
think this is something that I find that is so amazing, because you can define your own worth, and you can scale your business how you want to be, without having to be dictated by others, and you call your own
Yeah.
shots.
Yes, Absolutely. I love that you mentioned about defining your own worth, because a lot of us are limited with the thinking that I'm only worth this money. But then in reality,
Yeah.
all of us deserve abundance. Abundance way more than what we expect. It's just a matter of believing it or
Mhm.
not. And a lot of entrepreneurs out there, they believe they are worthy of more success or more riches, and that's why they are attaining more. Um, the other thing that I would like to share is the time flexibility or the time freedom. So as an employee, you're basically trading your time for money, right? And so whenever you have what, of course, we have paid leaves and vacation and day offs and national holidays, of course, but then accidents happen, or there's you have, for example, emergencies at home, or somebody got sick, perhaps somebody got sick, or
Yeah.
you just wanted to take a time off, right? It's so hard for employees to take a time off. Like, let's say you want to take a 2 months off from your work. Unless you're working for a big corporation, it's kind of hard to say that you're gonna take a 2 month sabbatical, and it's very rare that companies would allow you to do that. But then, if you're your own boss and you are working smart, you can basically take that 2 month sabbatical and probably just work for 1 hour or 30 minutes or 2 hours per day, and then that's it. And the rest of the day you could control whatever or do whatever you need to do, like take care of your family if emergencies happen, or live the lifestyle or live anywhere you want on this planet Earth. And so the time flexibility is something that that is the big difference. One of the other big difference between an entrepreneurial mindset and an employee mindset. Basically, employees trade time for money, but then entrepreneurs is utilize that time and magnify it and work smart and get their time freedom back so that they could do more or enjoy more or do more of what they enjoy doing.
Right. Exactly. And and I think just not that for me I felt also the other part is for employees, right? We all know we are always building somebody else's dream,
Yeah.
right? We are always building uh, more money for other people's pocket, but never
Mm,
ours, right? And
yeah.
whereas for entrepreneurs, we dare to dream. We dare to dream big because we know that we um, we want something better. We know we deserve something better, be it for ourselves or for our family, for our children, or whatsoever. And what we do is for entrepreneurs, we build our dreams. We build our own
Mm,
dreams or our own efforts instead of building other people's dream.
yeah.
And to be honest, we all work, let's say, decades, maybe some 3, 4, 5 decades. At the end of it, what do you get out of it? You are
Yeah.
just, helping other people to build theirs. And then for our own dreams, we just stash it somewhere, bury it somewhere, thinking that it's not important. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Mm-mm.
bet a lot of us here, if you wanted to verify that, ask yourself, what's my dream right now? What kind of lifestyle do I want to live? Or where do I want to travel? Or 5 years from now, where do I want to live? Or how am I going to live? How am I going to start my day? Or where I'm going to be? Or what am I doing 5 years from now, right? So if you can't
Mm.
answer all of those questions, then there's a high chance that you have forgotten your dream. And so I guess the biggest one of the biggest difference is that entrepreneurs are dreamers and employees are um, basically they're practical, you would say. In a nice term, we're very, very, very practical. We face reality, but sometimes
Mm-mm.
reality may not always bring you what you want, right? So it's important to really dream, because imagination is your most important um, I would say skill. I forgot what's the exact um, word that Albert Einstein said. It's imagination is one of the key aspects to build a great life, or something along that line. um, and so really, entrepreneurs, they love to dream, and they dream big. um, for me, another, I know we're talking all about the good stuff with entrepreneurial mindset and the employee mindset, but again, this is true business. If you're actually running a true business, there are always pros and cons, right? Like a while ago, we've been talking about all of the good stuff about having an entrepreneurial mindset, but it comes with a, I wouldn't say a cost, but actually you have to go through a process until you have learned your own success formula. So what are those processes that you have to go through as an entrepreneur, especially when it's your first time to be an entrepreneur? Is discipline. Okay, so
Yep.
no, a lot of people don't want discipline. Me neither. It's like, telling yourself, okay, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. so that you could do your trainings or write your article, or instead of chillaxing on weekends watching your favorite Netflix show, I have to work on my side hustle. Oh my god, that's crazy. Right? Discipline yourself. How can that be past possible? But again, the it's in a true entrepreneurial mindset is somebody who has or develops discipline. They know this, what I'm doing right now is going to pay off
Right.
X amount of time later on. And so what I'm doing right now is just building that foundation, or finding my own success formula until I find that, and until I attract abundance. But with the employee mindset, again, it's like, oh god, I'd rather procrastinate, I'd rather stay in my comfort zone, or wake up late, because they're so, those are pleasurable
Familiar.
things, that's so
Yes.
tempting.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
so
Mm.
discipline, as entrepreneur, you have to be disciplined, unfortunately, but that's reality as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I hear so many people often says that, this is not for me. This is being doing a running an online side hustle is not for me and whatsoever. But sometimes I do agree this is not something that is for everyone, right? Because there are just some people, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there are some people who are just very comfortable in their comfort zone, and
Mm,
then grown they've been grown up having the mindset and being drilled in that just
yeah.
be good, get study hard, get a degree, get married,
Mm,
work hard, and be contented, right? And a lot of people have been drilled with this type of mindset, and they have never ever thought that it is okay to do something out of this type of, I would say, protocol, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
for a lot of people who are in this type of mindset, sometimes it's really very difficult for them to think that, oh, you mean I can do something differently, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, so for most of this group of people that I realize, they are more comfortable being an employee, whereas for
Mm,
an entrepreneur, they are willing to change and
yeah.
challenge what's the status quo. Why should I, why not, why can't I, so these are the group of people who then often will do things differently to be courageous. I would say courageous enough to fight for a better future.
Yes. Yeah. So in a way, it's entrepreneurs, they break the barrier, they break the status quo, and they kind of challenge and take on the new opportunities, or explore new ventures. But then there's no guarantee of 100% success. All they do is being adventurous. They're more risk takers. They're risk takers. But employees, they're more of risk averse, and they wanted to just follow the path of certainty. But certainty a lot of
Right.
times doesn't really help you achieve the lifestyle that you want. And so I think the last thing that I would like to share on the journey of entrepreneurial mindset is, and versus the employee mindset, is the amount of persistence and during the process, the amount of persistence and determination to succeed. Because a lot of times employee, whether or not you did a good job, by the end of the day, by the end of the month, you'll earn a salary, a fixed salary for what you
Yeah.
have, for the time that you spend for the company, right? But then, so there's no persistence or determination there. You don't need that. I mean, whether or not you do a good job, you still get paid by the end of the month. As long as you have like B plus or let's say B minus and above score, then you should be fine. But then for entrepreneurial mindset, that's not gonna work. You have to figure out how to really better yourself so that you could attract the right people, or produce a good product, or market better, things like that. You, as an entrepreneur, you know that you have to be constantly persisting, and you have to be determined and not give up when things get tough, right? Because you're not going to get paid
Right.
for just just showing up or doing a meager job. You're gonna get paid, you're gonna get the reward when you actually develop your skills and become a better version of yourself, and market better, or produce better products, or attract better people. So
Right.
persistence and determination is one of the key things that I'd like to share.
Right. Honestly, we can go on and on. There's so many things, there's so much differences, right? But I think ultimately
Yes.
it all depends on what we want, what you want, right?
Yes.
So we really like to take, I mean, for me, I think this is, if you really like to know more, like how different it is, we'll be happy to share a lot more. Just connect with us. We'll be happy to share. And what I'm very excited to share next week, which we are going to come up with, is that as we talk about entrepreneurship, there are so many different type of entrepreneurship, or different type of businesses out there that entrepreneurs do. So next week we are going to actually touch on about what are really the difference between what we do, which is a digital business, compared to a very traditional business type of model, and why many people are going into the digital space instead. Yeah.
Yes,
So
that's
I'll wait to that.
exciting. Yes,
Yeah.
that's very exciting. And we hope that you enjoyed or took away some nuggets from this Go Live series. And as Jen mentioned, reach out to us if you have any other questions. And we'll see you next week for that comparison on the comparison or the difference between this digital franchise business versus the other traditional business out there. So
Right.
stay tuned and enjoy the weekend and enjoy your Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.